Well, hello, and welcome to the first day of Linktober. Yes, it is that time again. Yes, I do plan to try and post a video every single day again for the month. We'll see how it goes. Been having a bit of technical issues, but we're gonna try and get through it, and I'm gonna try and do something a little bit more fun with the editing this year, just to try and make it more interesting, especially since I am posting video, both for you and for me. Well, hopefully it'll make it more interesting for me. Could make it a bit of a terror for me, but you know, who knows. Anyway, again, I'm going to be attempting to do two calendars, the main calendar and the shadow calendar. I had kind of thought about trying the quest calendar instead this year, but the first prompt for the main calendar is witch. I could only remember like 3 witches, so I, Googled that, and one of the first ones that popped up was Irene, I believe is how her name is said, from Link Between Worlds, and I thought she was cute, so that's what I decided to do.
Alright, time for the voiceover. As I said, I am trying to do something different with the editing. Up until now, I've done pretty just much the basic time-lapse voiceover stuff, and I know for a lot of people that gets pretty boring to watch. So, starting now, and kind of scarily with a brand new video editor on top of that, I am gonna try to start attempting to be a little more interesting with my video editing. I'm gonna kind of try to start a little simpler, and then as time goes on, hopefully get a little bit better and more comfortable with it. But yeah, I decided to start that now for Linktober because that seemed like a good idea, and I'm not entirely sure why. But yeah, so I hope you like the little differences that I'm attempting. If you have any suggestions, let me know. It'd be helpful because, like I said, up till now, for the past 5 years, I've been pretty basic on what I've done when it comes to editing. As for the actual image, like I said, I'm doing Irene from Link Between Worlds. That one I've only ever played through once, I believe. Yes, I've only ever played through it once. It was very fun, and it is one that I would go back and replay. I just don't have a lot of time for video games. I'd love to play more video games, but I have to choose either art or video games. So yes, sad. I'm like, picture. Okay, so I wanted to try and do, because when she shows up from memory, she's always just kind of on her broom, so I kind of wanted to have the picture of her flying on the broom. And I think I did a pretty good job. I did have a little trouble with making it look good with her sitting there. I had used my bodycon to try and look at the position and get that a little bit better. I had that sitting, I think, just off camera. But yeah, I had fun with it, and she came out really cute. This was the first time I was using a new camera and a new tripod. I'm still trying to figure out a better angle for how to get the camera so you can see better past my hand. This is a slightly better angle than what I had been using because the camera's, ow, hit my elbow, that hurt. Because the tripod is taller, so the camera is up a little bit more, and the camera is much lighter than the other one that I was using, so it can angle more without tipping the tripod, and the tripod's sturdier, and you probably don't care about any of this. But the angle for this one, I'm sure you can tell, isn't super great. My hand still gets in the way a good bit. So I do try to adjust it here and there throughout the next few videos. I'm still kind of trying to figure things out to raise the quality of my videos and make them a little bit better to watch. But yes, I had a lot of fun with these, and I really like how they came out. And as usual, I did start working on these as soon as the calendar that came out of nowhere. As soon as the calendars dropped, so back in August is when I started. I'm definitely gonna try and get all, 62 pictures done. I have, at this point, I actually have 18 days done already. Not edited, but they're ready to be edited. So I am hopeful that I will get it all. And, I am a little bit more uncertain this year even than I was last year, because I do only have, very specifically, only 3 days a week to work on them. As the other 4 days, I work most of the day and then sleep the rest of the day pretty much. So, yeah. But it was fun coming back to the alcohol markers and using them again. And this is, it's so sad. This is the last year I'll be using this particular sketchbook and the one for the shadow calendar as well. There are, after finishing the 30 sketches for this year, like last year I did the 31st day digitally. There will only be, I think, 4 pages left in the sketchbook. So next year I'll be starting a whole new sketchbook for this. I did manage to find one that's fairly similar, not the exact one, but while this book isn't meant for the alcohol markers and stuff like that, I still really like the look of it, how it's kind of old-timey. The paper's not truly white, but it's not necessarily toned. It kind of gives it an aged feel. And yeah. I have not talked about this picture hardly at all. Let's talk about that. So, for the trees, I used pretty much the same technique I figured out last year, which is, kind of put my highlights in there and then sort of fill in and then go back over it with the lighter color to sort of blend it all in. I really like the sort of blurred out, fuzzy look it tends to give, as long as I can get it to do it right. For the sky, I actually used a sort of lavender with it, just because I didn't want it to just be blue. So I used 2 different blues and then a lavender in between as well. And I really like the color it came out to. I really am happy with how she turned out as well. I think she looks really cute and very annoyed, which is kind of what I was going for. I don't know, the one reference picture I found of her, she looked really annoyed in the character artwork, so I'm like, we can work with that. She looked a bit sassy. I like sassy. We like sassy here. So yeah, that's Irene.
So for the shadow calendar theme, it is Dark World or Ruined World, and I decided to do the Twilight Realm because I decided to do the Twilight Realm, and I thought it fit the Dark World theme, so Wolfie Link. Yay! I did this one a little bit more loose and kind of illustratory. This hat doesn't like to stay up.
So, like I said, I'm doing the Twilight Realm, not Twilight World, just Hyrule when the twilight has descended upon it. Because I really like how it's kind of like reversed almost, like the sky is like kind of like, actually reversed isn't the word I want, but I like how, like, you know, what should be kind of dark is kind of light, and then what's supposed to be kind of dark is, or kind of light is kind of dark. I know how words work. I swear. I really do. They just don't want to work right now. But yeah, I decided to not really worry about line works, because when I originally played the game back on the Wii, on a box TV, do you remember those? It was pretty blurred out and kind of fuzzy, and sort of had this kind of wispy look to it. Like nothing was really defined. It's a little more defined now, like on the Wii U version. But I really liked that sort of loose look of it, so I kind of wanted to go with that. And so I just sort of picked basic colors and blocked in silhouettes and added in just very slight lights and shadows and stuff like that. Wolflink isn't super accurate to his design, and neither is Minna, but again, they're not really the focus of this picture, and like I said, I was being loose and flowy and whimsical. I also just need to, on some of these, not put as much detail in, because I do have the time limits and stuff like that. Last year, with working at the job I had been at, I could do a little bit almost every single day, whereas, like I said earlier, I do only have 3 days a week, really, to work on it this year. Which isn't necessarily bad, but I do have other errands and stuff that need done. So I kind of have to work that in and such. But, I mean, I generally feel like I've made a pretty good dent and have a good start. It's just a matter of getting enough videos edited per weekend on top of doing more of the artworks and stuff like that and keeping up after it, because I'd prefer to not end up catching up and not being able to finish. So yes, this is the first day of 2021's Linktober, all done. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you'll stick around for the month. I'll see you tomorrow. Till then, bye.